Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Pokemon Emerald. In the last episode, we took down Wallace at the Pokemon League and became the champion of Hoenn. And in this episode, I'm going to start off by showing some various things that we can do now that the main adventure has ended. First off, I never did show, decoration in the game. These are all different things that we collected throughout the course of Pokemon Emerald. Here we got a Torchic doll to match our starter. I'll just show this just for the sake of showing how secret bases work, because you have a secret base you can decorate, and you have a bedroom you can decorate. Put Lotad there. Hey, Lotad as well. Kind of cool. Here's the giant Wilmer doll. What's kind of weird is, despite it being a giant doll, let me see if I can show this. We can walk behind it. We can walk through the side of it. Look at this perspective. It's kind of weird. So in reality, these giant dolls aren't really giant. They still take up one space, just that you can phase through them. I don't know why they did that. Could just be that they thought those giant dolls were too big in the other games, but hey, look at this. Hey, it's Emil! Hey, it's Chugga Conroy! It's been a while since I last saw you, but you look stronger somehow. That's the impression I get. But your old man hasn't given up yet. Oh yes, I have something for you. This came from someone named Mr. Briney. We get the SS ticket. We're going to be using this a bit later, but it allows us to board the boat in Lily Cove City. It's a ticket for a ferry. If I recall, there are ferry ports in Slateport and Lily Cove. I'd better get back to Petalburg Gym. Mom, thanks. I'll look after the house while I'm away. Okay. That dad of yours. Oh, yeah, that dad of yours. Of course, whenever he's weird, he's my dad. But of course, whenever he's cool, he's your husband. How it always works, right? It's just like a cat. Comes home for the first time in a while, but all he talks about his Pokemon. I should relax and stay a little longer. And what's this? Is that a breaking news story? We're bringing this emergency news flash. In various Hoenn locales, there has been a report of a colored Pokemon in flight. The identity of this Pokemon is currently unknown. We now return to your regular movie program. What, are you watching Stand By Me there? Did you catch that? What color the announcer of the Pokemon was? Now, this choice will determine what legendary Pokemon you can fight after the main adventure has ended. However, don't worry, I will be going over both of the legendary Pokemon we can find. For this situation, I'm going to say blue. Doesn't matter what you say. Well, actually, yes, it does matter what you say, but I'll be going over it later, just so you know the weight of your decision. Still unknown Pokemon, yes. And you're going to block... Maybe walk around the kitchen table, go over here, or not kitchen table, living room table, because all we have is one room. Welly meal, that was a good work there. I knew something special when I first saw you, but I never expected this. Oh yes, do you still have the Pokedex I gave you? Alright, so he's gonna take us back to the lab again. We messed up. Back to the lab again. So we're gonna have two of us. Okay. So it appears the Hoenn region, there are Pokemon from other regions. Ghost shows how rich and varied the natural environments of Hoenn happen to be. This does not happen in Ruby and Sapphire. This is Emerald exclusive right here. So we upgrade our Pokedex to National Mode right off the bat after the Pokemon League. And with that, we can now find Pokemon from other regions here in the Hoenn region to register on our Pokedex. So cool that even my Pokedex is getting upgraded. It's because you went out and caught so many Pokemon, Emil. I caught, like, 20. All done. Okay, so now we have National Mode in our Pokedex. Pretty cool. You become the champion, but your Pokemon journey isn't over. There's no end to the road that is Pokemon. Somewhere there is a grassy patch that's waiting for you. That is just poetic. Somewhere there is grass waiting for you. The grass waits for me! I do not wait for the grass! It comes to me! Oh, well. So, let me see, what else could we show? There's quite a few different things. You know what? I'm going to be showing some of the different Pokemon that we can get now that the main adventure is over. I did not mean to fly to Fortree City. I instead meant to go elsewhere. Now, something that's kind of interesting, I guess, I'll talk about in just a moment, is that there is actually a reward for completing your Pokedex in this game that is not just the standard diploma. And no, you could never get Mew from completing your Pokedex. What? Beep. Scott. Hi, Emil. It's me, Scott. Aboard the SS Title now. Feels great to be on the sea. By the way, there's this place I'd like you to invite you for a visit. If you're interested, board the ferry into the Slateport or Lily Cove. I'll give you the details when we finally meet. I'll be waiting. Click! Okay. So, out here on Route 114, if we head into this house... This is only an Emerald version. So, granted, a lot of things I'm going to be showing that we can do now that the main adventure is over. A lot of these things are going to be Emerald exclusive, just saying. Falls is so wonderful. It's so dreamy. Oh, it's not safe that way. I was digging away, you see. The whole wall collapsed. I think there's a giant cavern underneath now, but I left it alone because I don't think there are any fossils there. He says there's no fossils there, but we enter this cave, and here you can find one wild Pokemon, which is Ditto. Ditto is a unique Pokemon having pretty crummy stats, but it can transform into any Pokemon it may be fighting, so that's kind of cool. It's got some items to help it along, but you know what Ditto is. The main purpose of catching Ditto is that it can breed with just about anything, so therefore it's good to catch if you want to breed certain Pokemon. But that's really about all there is to Ditto. So how about... Where's my item finder? Shoot. Let me get that. And I should have just hit use while I was in there. Nope, no response. I'm not sure if there's any items in this area. I doubt it. This is an area of the game I'm not too familiar with because it's kind of remote. But if you go all the way down to the end, then there is a single item that you can get here. And that is the claw fossil. The other of the two fossils that disappeared when we went to the Mirage Tower. You can find that... Tower. You can find that here. So that's kind of cool. And are we going to find a Ditto here? Yes, we are! Okay! I don't really want to catch one of these. And I guess on the way out, I could talk about something else. You can actually, if you complete your Pokedex, then you are actually able to get the 3 Johto starters from, or rather, one of the 3 Johto starters from Professor Birch picking another starter Pokemon if you catch all 200 Pokemon in the Hoenn-Dex. They are Chikorita, who is pretty slow and is kind of the more challenging one to raise. Doesn't mean that it's bad, it's just kind of more challenging. Standard grass type. You have Cyndaquil, who has the same stats as Charizard, meaning that it's actually pretty familiar to raise if you ever raised a Charmander back when you were younger. And then you have Totodile, who is kind of the middle of the road of the two. It's both offensive and defensive, but isn't really the best at either, but it's kind of balanced. Not going to really go over their evolutions because I already have a Crystal Let's Play in which I did that, but I figured I would just talk about the 3 of them. But now that we are here, there is another thing that's really cool about Emerald, and that is the Safari Zone actually changes. There are 2 new areas added into the Safari Zone after you are done here. There's a lot of Johto Pokemon that you can find here. So just about any Johto Pokemon that you might want to get that you can't get between Fire Red and Leaf Green and can't get with, any Kanto Pokemon that you can't get with Fire... Okay. You can get Kanto Pokemon in Fire Red and Leaf Green. You can get Hoenn Pokemon in this game. This is where you're intended to get Johto Pokemon should you not have XD or Coliseum. So, yeah, that's what I've been trying to say, but have been so unable to say for quite a while. And I don't know why. I seem to be stuttering a lot when explaining this area. I don't know why. And I actually did not mean to catch that. I meant to run, but I accidentally hit A. That's the thing. You always waste the fireballs when you don't mean to throw the Pokeball. It always happens. You always catch when you don't mean to throw it. But it's actually over here that we want to go. Here is one area of the Safari Zone. If you have Waterfall, you can go down through that waterfall. But there's not really much here that I'm going to be going after aside from items. Like I said, you can find Johto Pokemon. Because there's like 20 of them, I don't want to give them all bios because we'd be here for like 30 minutes if I did that. So this is one area that's going to be getting the shaft in the way of bios. Not necessarily that I don't want to make them, it's just that, my god, would it take forever to do all those. And it's kind of cool, I guess, that we're seeing these familiar faces again. You know, because this game didn't really have very many of the older Pokemon in it, but it's kind of nice. Let me start using repels because that would probably be a good idea. Right here we have a PP up, so that's pretty cool. What else do we got? I think right here there's another item, somewhere around here. We have a full restore you can find there. And then if you go up on top of the waterfall, which I no longer have waterfall with me because I had Kappa unlearn it, you can get a big pearl. But actually, what the heck am I saying? I can just surf right here. I am an idiot. Okay. Right over here we have a big pearl. And then there's 3 other items that we can get here, all of which are decently useful. I just wanted to show the items here for the most part, just showing that they're here. We go up here. And any of these rocks have items? Nope. Ah, great. Those rocks up there, that's something that I got a lot of messages about. I had a lot of people telling me that you can find Shuckle by using Rock Smash here and that I never gave it a bio. No, you can only find Shuckle using Rock Smash after the main adventure is over. It's in those specific rocks, only in this area, that gets added after the main adventure is over. So, No, it is not that I forgot to give it a bio. It's the fact that you can't get it during the main adventure. And I had a lot of people disagree with me with that, which I guess it's kind of understandable because Rock Smash is kind of an arbitrary way of obtaining Pokemon. So I'm not really angry or anything about it. It's just, I'm angry about that, though! Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted by the ding-dong, your Safari game is over, there is a zinc right there that I meant to go grab, but I forgot, so I went back for it, and then, I didn't find it. I'm trying to find where the last item is around here. I know that there is a hidden rare candy that you can find. I just don't remember exactly where it is. I'm trying to remember. Jeez. I'm trying to remember exactly where it is. Oh, I think it's right around here. Okay, yeah, it is this way. Is it... Where? Is it... Which direction is it in now? Okay. It's this way. It's this way. It's on... I swear I checked that... What? I checked... Okay, I'm pressing A. Okay, apparently I wasn't pressing A. I don't know what I was pressing, but apparently it wasn't A. I always look like an idiot when I record. But I heard that you can see Pikachu here. Where might one be? I don't know. I don't care. I have my own Pikachu, so I have no need to care about your exploits of finding an electric mouse. So I am just going to leave the Safari Zone now because there's really nothing else for us to do here. And pretty much. And I guess in the way of other new Pokemon that we can find, and Pokemon that are available in the aftergame for you, we went over the Johto starters you can find here. We went over the other fossil you can find here, only in Emerald. We went over the Johto Pokemon in the Safari Zone right here. I think all that's left, aside from legendary Pokemon, is Moss Deep City, which has another one that you guys messaged me a lot about, and again, this isn't available till after the main adventure. And that Pokemon is in Steven's house. You can see a Pokeball here. It contained the Pokemon Beldum, yes. We get Beldum here. There's only one of these in the entire game. This is a really strange Pokemon. It's tough to raise at first because all it knows is Takedown. Eventually it'll evolve into Metang at level 20, gaining a few more moves, but still is not very special. But if you can grow it, it's really, really tough, but if you can grow it into the high levels, it will eventually evolve into Metagross, which is competitively one of the best Pokemon ever. This thing tears things up, and it is really defensive as well. It can be both a physical attacker and a special attacker alike due to its really good typing. It is just... it wrecks things. No other way to say it. It just utterly wrecks everything. Now, I kind of apologize if this hasn't really been as spectacular as my other videos in the series, but I mainly just wanted to go around and show the other stuff that we can do now that the main adventure's over. But now that we're done with that, I think that it's about time that we start heading out after the other rare Pokemon that we can find, alright? So, how's about next time on Pokemon Emerald, we do a search for some rare Pokemon, alright? See you guys then.